So there I was, 9 years old. I was down the street at this guy Jason's house. Jason was weird. He still is, from what I understand. His father was very strict with his children, up to and including not having a television. So many of the kids on the street would avoid having Jason in their house, since all he wanted to do would be to watch television. I, on the other hand, desired to go outside and make balsa wood airplanes, whereas Jason would sit in front of our television for hours and view the worst midday Saturday reruns on the solar system. He was, however, accepted as one of the kids on the block and would show up unannounced, as we all would before children had appointments, and push his way past the front door without a warrant and watch I Love Lucy for hours. I would on occasion end up at his house. Television-less activities only, of course. We would play with either Lego or a plastic toy thing called a spirograph, which was a set of various gears with holes in them and a box of pencils that would make interconnecting circles on paper. This was a bore even then. I'd like to make colored circles on construction paper, I would think. I'm going to go to Jason's house, hopefully to mess with a spirograph. These were only a few of the wholesome activities available. The other one he especially liked was making toast. Toast. He and I would be manufacturing Lego cars, naturally not watching television, and he would blurt out, "Let's make toast." Just like that. No lead-in or warning of any kind. He wanted toast. We would get up, throw caution to the wind, and migrate to the kitchen. 2 slices of white bread would be inserted into the toaster. The color selector was set to medium, and the slide button was guided to the base of the machine, cooperatively activating the heating elements and setting the trusty timer. We waited. Jason stood guard over the chrome-plated equipment, periodically checking the progress of the sliced bakery treats, now surrounded by the glow of the orange coils. After what seemed like, or in fact was, an eternity, the timer released our crispy delicacies from the core of this modern marvel of post-war baked goods preparation. We had achieved toast. Jason finished this culinary delight by crushing ice-cold butter rectangles through the vulnerable interior of each slice, ruining what I had hoped would remain a square product. And as he turned to serve the savory snack, one of the slices came loose from the serving plate and in comical slow motion flipped over and landed butter side down on the floor, as toast predictably does. Jason retrieved a spatula from the drawer, scraped the toast from the linoleum flooring, and as any good host would do, handed it to his guest. That would be me. I recall looking at the now slightly mangled rectangle of crisp bread and its accompanying crooked butter slices, and I decided I had lost interest in toast. As he began to enjoy his uncontaminated slice, and whilst chewing, he asked, "Aren't you going to eat your toast?" "I don't want to eat this," I stated. "It fell on the floor." I'm not really sure why I had to bring him up to speed on this, since he was still holding the spatula. Moments later, their maid, Mrs. Something, entered the room holding a wet mop. She had overheard pieces of this exchange and somehow decided it would be appropriate to moderate. While I was continuing to support the inedible offering in my palm, she stated, "It's fine. I just mopped the floor with spick and span." I set the toast on the table and informed my chef I would not be eating it. He and the mop lady were clearly annoyed with me. Leaving the smashed bakery delight and unfinished spirograph creations behind, I believe I just walked home. In years past, I have heard of relationships being permanently damaged over something really trivial. This should be added to the list. The friendship was over. Not only did he hand me the damaged slice, the family maid tried to pitch spick and span as a condiment. To this day, I cannot enter a room if there is both a spirograph toy and a toaster. It's just too painful.